Fuchs in the house. Got a little Otis Redding going on. Can't get no satisfaction. Drinking a little bourbon. Got some ribs, leftover ribs from the cooker from Saturday that I got leftovers going right now. So I thought I'd throw a video together. And if you ever get a chance, listen to Otis Redding's Greatest Hits. Good CD, good music. And be right back. So that's what I got going on today. Winter came back a little bit. But yes, going with the Devil's Cut, ribs. I decided to throw a little Otis on. Good way to start a Monday. And so I hope everybody's having a good day. And thanks for watching videos that I've posted. And going to be movie talk today. So was over by the folks. They're doing okay. Been having them over and watching a show from the 70s. It's Claude Akins. It's called Moving On, and it's on the Voodoo channel. And it's two truckers going, dealing with adventures. And it's almost to a point where I'm watching the show, and you could take that show and remake it today. The storylines are basically, you could use them in today's atmosphere. So it was like, yeah, this relates. You can watch this show, and I think we're up to 8 episodes that I've had them over for. And so that's something that I've been doing with them. And it's been in, my mom's been enjoying it. My dad seems to be into it. Kind of giving them a break for, they just have regular television, and what they have for selections not the greatest. Wish they did have a little better, but so I have them over, and so we've been watching that lately. And so if anybody gets a chance, again, called Moving On. I think it's 1974, and yeah, it's not a bad show. I've been enjoying it. I don't think there's been, I think they've been decent. I mean, I'm not going to say they're over the top, but if you're looking to do a little something different, change up your television shows a little, I'll throw that out to you. I got another one that I'll maybe set up at dealing with animation down the road. So streaming wise, kind of have some animal ones and then some action movies. First one, 2017 movie called Zoo, and basically Art Parkinson and Penelope Wilton are in this. I think this is based on a true story. Back in World War II, during the air raids in Belfast, a 12-year-old boy hides an elephant with the help of an older lady. And good kids show, a good family show, I'll throw it out there. Good storyline, something different if you're looking again, family-wise. But yeah, I think it is based on a true story where they tried to keep this basically with the air raids going on. They basically are getting rid of the zoo and killing the animals, and so they decide that they were gonna hide the elephant, which ends up being a good cat and mouse and good storyline. So something to watch if you're looking for that. Next one is going from family zoo to horror lion. 2016, I hope I have this right. It's called Prey or Uncaged. Uncaged, I saw some other movies, so it seems like Prey. I looked it up, it was Uncaged, so kind of, that's when you get it's like, okay, I got a little confused here, but basically a lion is terrorizing Amsterdam, and Sophie Van Weyden and Victor Lowe, I think it is, are in this. It's got a little gore to it. Good. Some of it's, it could be a little better, but for the most part, kind of reminded, just a different version of Ghost in Darkness with Michael Douglas and Val Kilmer. It isn't on the same page, just something that kind of similar kind of scenario. There's some parts that you kind of wish, I don't know, budget-wise, that they would have did that. You'd watch it, and it holds its own. I will say that, but there are a couple parts that, it's like, why didn't you just redo it a little better, and you could have a quality movie. But again, if you're looking for a little gore, it's there. Next one, this one I'm going to kind of give a thumbs down. Killing Season with John Travolta and Robert De Niro. It's basically from the Bosnia days. Peacekeeper De Niro is involved in some tragedy that happened over there, and John Travolta is seeking revenge, and he comes to the U.S., and it becomes kind of a hunting each other in the backwoods of, I think, Virginia. Don't quote me on it, but the thing about the movie, it does have a good cat and mouse thing, but for the torture these two put on each other, there's no way in a 24-hour period they'd be walking the way they look. It's like, what are you doing? Is going off and taking a shower after you've just been running around? And it's just something that it's like you kind of wish the special effects or whatever would have said, you know what, you do have to look a little more dirtier and hair out of place, scarred up. But for the most part during this movie, while they're torturing each other, they come back to the scene and, everything's happy-go-lucky a little bit. I mean, there's some limping around and that's fine, but it's like, yeah, if I'd be able to, get up and run around that good, probably 2 days later I'd be happy. So I kind of a little over the top for the payback, I guess you want to say, and vengeance on how it plays out. Next one, Heat Stroke, 2013. Maisie Williams and Savantha Metkina, I hope I said that right, is basically a girlfriend is with her, I don't know if they're fiance, and the boyfriend's daughter's along, and he gets killed, and so now it's a survival. They're in the South Africa dealing with drug runners, arms dealers. Sorry about that. And so it ends up being cat and mouse kind of movie. It does an okay job if you're looking for, again, something a little different. And there's a little better, but like I say, with it being South Africa, you're just getting a little different spin a little bit on stuff. I guess for me, how I'd rate it is Zoo would be first. Uncaged, and I think Heat Stroke and Killing Season would be tied. Is how I'd do it. Again, for Travolta and De Niro, for how the movie is, it's a little too over the top for me. For if there would be a little more, I guess it's like there's one scene with lemonade, and it's like, yeah, I don't know how you're able to function after that in a timely manner. So that's about it. My ribs are about wrapping up here to eat, and so I'm going to be doing some dinner. Again, thanks. Any kind of comments you want to make, please do. And enjoy your week, everybody.